What's up, everybody? If you haven't seen Avengers Age of Ultron yet, come back to this video after because I might want to do some spoilers. I just want to talk about the movie because I reviewed the original film. You can go back and watch the video. It's horrible. But yeah, I'll put a link for that. And let's say the first thing I didn't like about the Avengers Age of Ultron was the accents. I think that was the worst thing about the movie, was the accent on the twins, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Just get Eastern European actors to play them, or don't have the accents, or have the actors work on their accents. It just was horrible. Laughably bad. Besides that, I liked the movie. I liked the first Avengers movie as well. If you go back and watch my original video, I kind of went over the big things I don't like about the Marvel Universe. A little too campy. A few years later, I'm used to it now. I'm more used to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the tone of it. So I didn't find the second Avengers movie as campy. The second thing I didn't like about it was some of the bad CGI. I thought the CGI in the first film was actually done a little better. Some of the rendering on the Hulk, it just didn't look good. When I see it later, again, on Blu-ray, I'll be able to judge that better. But some of the CGI looked slightly questionable. Probably could have used a little rendering. But, you know, they're on a timetable. They're making these Marvel films basically like on a conveyor belt, right? And it jumped around a lot. My 7-year-old did not really follow it too easy. He understood Ultron's a bad guy, of course. He understood the Avengers are good guys, but I think the jumping around confused him. It didn't really confuse me, but I read in reviews that it confused other people, and it did kind of jump around a little bit. I couldn't follow what freaking city they were in half the time. But I know they're trying to give it like a global feel, and Korea paid part of the production costs, so, you know, things have to be done to make movies. It's a business. First, entertainment. Second, for the fans. Third, right? Okay. And I'm getting used, like I said, to the color palette, the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe the way it is. I think I like Captain America better. I didn't like Captain America as much in the first film. I really liked Winter Soldier, and, you know, Winter Soldier not only did it build up Captain America, it kind of built up Black Widow as well. And I liked kind of what they did with Black Widow. I didn't really see the need for the flashbacks as much. I understand it was part of what Scarlet Witch was doing. And it built her character because, you know, she's never going to get her own movie. So, you know, which I wouldn't mind, but she's basically a female Jason Bourne, and the flashbacks were exactly the same. If you've seen the Bourne films, it's like... And then, you know, the whole controversy about people being mad about her explaining the infertility thing. I think she was just explaining that why she felt she was the monster. One thing I really liked about this movie was the Vision. I thought he was freaking cool. I always liked the Vision in the comic book for some reason, and I thought they did a pretty good job of bringing him to life. I don't remember too much about his origins and all that stuff from the comic book. I just remember his powers and the way he was, and I thought, you know, bringing Paul Bettany finally is a physical presence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was freaking cool, because he's literally been around since the first movie too, as Jarvis, and to bring him as Vision, I just thought was played out perfectly, sort of. Kind of looked a little campy, but I still liked the character a lot. Ultron was freaking cool as hell. I like James Spader. I really thought it was cool the way they made the character comedic, because he's supposed to be part Stark, I guess. But he had his own tone as far as his comedy went. And, you know, it's like he's a good villain, but he's defeatable. He's like the perfect villain for a movie. I liked what he wanted to do at the end as far as destroying the world. I liked the device he was going to use. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. I liked him better than the cheesy Chitauri or whatever they're called, the aliens. They were kind of lame. But it's the same problem with both of them. They're just like drones, you know. Ultron drone robots, literally, or the alien Centurion drone, you know, grunt aliens or whatever they were. It's just like killing drones. I guess you can get away with, you know, cutting a drone's head off with a shield, and if you did it to a person like Baron Zemo or something, you'd probably get an R rating right off the bat. But, you know, cut off the robot's head with the shield all you want, you know, and jump behind it and kick it and cut his head off. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, definitely liking Captain America more as the Marvel movies go on. Never thought I'd find myself saying that. I never liked Captain America too much in the comic books, but in the movies, Chris Evans, you're doing a good job. I'm liking the way they're doing the Captain America. And the end was freaking cool, basically. The reveal that there's kind of going to be another team, sort of, and, you know, I just sold a bunch of West Coast Avengers comic books on eBay. I always remember the two-team thing. Yeah, those characters are part of the Avengers I remember, and I really like the fact that all the characters got to be brought into this movie. Josh Whedon, I'm not like a super fanboy, but I've appreciated both Avengers films. Huge undertakings, and then to bring in, you know, these new characters every time and have to put up with Disney and Marvel and all that crap, man, my hat goes off to you. That's my Age of Ultron review. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars, just like the first film, because I think it has enough things where it's not like a perfect film, but they're massive blockbusters that are entertaining from my 7-year-old son to my 40-year-old self. So I think that's pretty impressive on some level, no matter what you're doing, whether it's for business or for art or for both. You know, I got to give them a little bit of props. You know, Disney, they own everything I like. So what am I going to say? Jesus, like, I have to like what they put out somewhat. If you like Marvel, you have to put up with what Disney puts out. So what are you going to say? I don't care as much about Star Wars. I care actually more about the Marvel stuff. But it's sad that they own Star Wars and Marvel. And, you know, I'm sure they'll buy something else eventually. Maybe DC by the time we die. Who goddamn knows? The Justice League film still has a high water mark to hit as far as a team action comic book movie goes. And I still stand by my complaints with the first film. I still think some of the problems still carry over to this film. But they're still good films. I can't wait to get both of them on Blu-ray and watch them back to back. And that's all I can say. What did you think about the Avengers? The accents had to be the worst part. Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Were you offended on any level by all the controversy supposedly going on? I think it's just all made up for media, seriously. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.